Hello everyone, I'm CrypticFox, and welcome back to another Tuesday night with Oxygen Not Included. We're here back with the Death Space Camp, which fortunately has not really been that well named, aside from one occurrence, and, I'm sorry about that, Perrin. He did have an exosuit on, I swear. He just apparently forgot he had to go back to breathe and undercut himself. So fortunately, we've only had one duplicate death so far in this colony, which I figure is actually pretty good considering some of the colonies we've had recently where things have gone a little bit awry. Bunch of stuff I want to try to tackle today. And as always, there's, it's always going to be a question of whether we can actually get to it all, but we're going to try to. Our colony is doing okay oxygen-wise. It's not great, but it's okay. We have 2 oxygen systems pumping air in here, as well as using an algae deoxidizer here, which is apparently running out of algae. Fantastic. Don't we even have algae left? Where's my organic stuff? Algae, no, we're completely out of algae again. It's been like this ongoing thing. But with 25 duplicates in here breathing the air that's coming in, things have been just a little bit kind of not so great. We brought in a lot of duplicates. They're eating a lot, they're breathing a lot, they're producing a lot of CO2. We've been able to keep up with the food fairly well, but oxygen has been a little bit more tricky, particularly since I've only just really started pushing hard into changing over to a new oxygen system. So we have the one oxygen setup down here producing air, and that's coming out at a nice temperature into the colony. The first one we built is actually right here. This has been producing air for our colony for quite a while, but we're actually going to need a third one based on the number of people that are running around inside this place and all the air and stuff they're breathing. But so we're going to try and tackle a couple things today. I'm going to have to try and build another air room if we can. I'd like to start to build out a ranch, and I'm thinking, this space over here would be the perfect place to build it, because we can get access to it from below, and later on I'd actually like to open up access through here, but initially I want to use the exosuit so we can clear all this out and not have to worry about germs. We can kind of sort of terraform this whole space and turn it into our ranch. Now, there are some pacu fish out here. It'd be nice to capture, make a little fish tank out of as well, but we're not really at the point where we're producing glass just yet. We probably could if we built things out, but I'm not there just yet. We also have a couple of steam geysers up here that are producing water that we can ultimately tap into. We started to set this up last time so we'd have a place to kind of capture this water, but we didn't really have enough time to tackle that before the stream ended, so if we get a chance, I'd like to do some more of this. And last time we also started climbing up towards outer space. I don't know really how far we got relative to how far they have to go. It's a fair ways up there already. But I'd like to continue that climb as well. So we'll have to see how everything turns out and whether we're going to have a lot of time to tackle all this. But welcome everyone who's here in the chat so far, and those of you who might be watching this as a video on the channel after the fact. Hopefully, we won't run into too many duplicate deaths, and we can make the progress that I would like to make, and we can kind of get everything rolling along here. Now, there is a cold biome right here that would be perfect to set up another oxygen room in, assuming we could actually get enough of a water supply to be able to do this, which I guess is where the steam geysers up here come into play. But in the interim, I think I'm going to need to try to find some more algae that's just sort of in the environment to make sure we can keep buffering our supply. Now, there is a little bit in here that won't be germy because it's inside the ruin area, and the ruins never seem to have germs, which is kind of cool. Well, except for that spot right there, and all the putrid air. But we'll just ignore all that. Polaroid horses, how's your back? It's all right. It's I messed up my disc a couple years ago, and unfortunately, every now and then I re-aggravate it, and it's not fun. So I apologize for missing the stream yesterday. Happy I'm able to get a stream going today. Hopefully everything will work out. Now, there's a little bit of algae up here we could probably tap into. Now, my concern here is going to be that we have polluted water right here that I'm going to need to try and drain off in a different direction. Because I don't want it going all the way down and into my cold biome. Not because it would be the worst thing ever, but... Oh, actually, there's some nice oil down there, too. Not because it would be the worst thing ever, but just because it would be kind of inconvenient. So, I think I'm going to have my duplicates come in here. We can make use of some of this gold anyway. We'll dig all this out in here. We'll give them a little ladder so they can get down. That'd probably be a good idea. So they can dig this out. We'll hollow out this whole space and try to sort of terraform it so we can incorporate it into our colony. Oxygen might be a bit of a challenge in this area, so again, we're going to need an oxygen room to get things going here, but here are still alive and cooking. Yeah, that's right, FaZe. Only one person one duplicate has died off so far, and that was Perrin. unfortunately. So, again, sorry about that, Perrin. As always, there's no guarantee of survival in a CrypticFox colony. Let's just say it's all the fun of playing. And before you reach outer space and accidentally vent your colony because the miner breaches the surface while you're focused elsewhere. Well, there's that too. He's got a long way to go, though. He's still like he's just at the bottom of another cold biome up there, so we don't have to worry too much about them getting that far up into space just yet. We got a little ways to go. Are audio levels low, or is it just me? You know what? That's a good question. It's a little hard to tell. I mean, ever since they ran an update to Windows 10 the other day, and ever since they did, my sound settings have been wacky. I'm having trouble getting them sorted, but... Hey, Cryptic, how was your Canada day? It was pretty good. We just sort of hung out at the pool a little bit. I live in a townhouse complex, and we have a pool here, which is kind of handy. Kids love it. Gives them a chance to swim and stuff during the summer, and I like it because it's free entertainment for them. Doesn't require me to actually pay. But yeah, it was good. Nothing really crazy went on. It's been super hot here lately. Like this past week, I don't know what it converts into Fahrenheit. Let me try this out here. With the humidity, it was like 111 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like 44 degrees Celsius or something with the humidity, which is just crazy for around here. Super hot. So we didn't really go out too much. They had some stuff going on downtown for Canada Day, and we opted not to go participate in that kind of stuff, but it was still good. Jammy Jams, that's right, Live Epically, yeah. So there's a number of different there's music options that are available through YouTube in their create option, and so the music that I've been playing beforehand, like the jazz or whatever, and the music that I play at the end of all my videos and stuff, that actually comes from that library. And we have a Draco in our colony who's going to be munching away on my mealwood. Rotten little Draco. Sibylline, new sponsor. Thanks so much for sponsoring the channel. I appreciate the support. $5 super chat from Hexfish, rather. Hey, like your videos like it's sports. You're running out for stream. Yeah, I get that a lot, actually. Sometimes it's hard when you're playing and trying to follow the chat. I don't always catch what's going on in the colony, which can sometimes spell disaster. Like, for example, the fact we run out of algae. Fortunately, even if we run out of algae right now, I have 2 different oxygen sources coming in, so they won't necessarily suffocate. Plus, they can go down here and they can breathe all this stuff. It's not very good down here. It's all polluted. But technically, they can breathe it. It won't kill them. Ooh, and I forgot. We didn't put it into the neural vacillator. It looks like... Where is he? Spookus. Spookus has solved his stress problem we were having at the end of the last stream. I forgot about that. So at the end of the last stream, Spookus hit like 100% stress, and no matter what we did, he just kept hitting it over and over and over again. And he's down to 0% now, which is great. Fantastic. Incidentally, I don't know if the overlay is going to work tonight for pop-ups. Anytime there's a super chat or a sponsorship, normally I get a little pop-up that shows up at the top of the stream, but it looks like when I logged into my dashboard in Streamlabs, it's not loading up. So I have no idea whether... Oh, there it goes. It finally actually started to work. What a novelty. So maybe this will work now if I can just launch this thing. Here, we'll test it. I'm gonna give myself a super chat. All right, gave myself $4. Totally random. Just picks one at random when it does the test, but got that working at least. The page wasn't even loading before. Oh man, we're draining through water a lot quicker than I thought we would be too. All right, so this is gonna require some more additional work. I'm thinking if we can collect all the water into this space over here. I should probably build a ladder here so they don't trap themselves, because knowing the duplicants, they'll find a way to manage it. And then we'll build a tunnel right up here. And if I can trap all the water down here, this will give me a good reservoir that I can clean and pump into this space, because we've been burning through water pretty quick here. I think we're actually feeding... Well, we should only be feeding the one... Oh, I see. We've been dumping it constantly into this reservoir, which we're then using to bottle, and then we're also sending it up here to produce oxygen. No Spookus will be sacrificed tonight. No Spookus. Spookus is fine. Once we reloaded, he was totally cool. He was just feeling slightly broken, and he sorted himself out. So he's good now. We don't have to worry about Spookus anymore. It's going to take a couple ladders. I know you're all surprised. I never build ladders in colonies. I love the little fart noises they make. Do naphthalocks still work? No, they do not. So after I built that airlock video showing off a couple of different airlock types, they promptly changed the game on me, and some of those things don't work anymore. So now there's really only a few airlock options that work really well. The reality is, the ones that tend to be best are the ones that are most simple. So, like this one right here. This one's a little CO2 lock. We just create a little U-shaped bend in the ground. The CO2 collects in the lower portion, and then other gases won't displace CO2 because CO2 always wants to be at the lowest point that it can reach. So we fill those up with CO2, and this won't be displaced, and this keeps a gap. So now we have these gases outside that simply can't get inside because this the gases can never... You can never have two gases occupying the same tile at the same time, so they sort of fill this in. This tends to be the most efficient one. I did have a water lock up here at one point. Yeah, I had it right here, but I shut it down. And I think this is all just a CO2 lock too. So we got chlorine on this side. We did get some chlorine through here before this filled up, but we have carbon dioxide all sitting in here now. So this is well sealed off also. Hey, CrypticFox, finally caught a live Oni stream. I think you need to close and reopen Streamlabs OBS to fix it if that's what you're using. No, I'm actually using the Elgato software, and it was actually Streamlabs. I just normally log in and do the alerts and stuff, and that's what was... when I tried to log into their website over there, it just wasn't logging in. So I think maybe they're having some minor issues, but they seem to have sorted it out, which is good. Get that all taken care of. You know, I think we've actually been bringing dirty slime in. I can't remember why I built the storage compactor here. Got a memory like a sieve. I should write things down at the end of each stream so I can remember what I'm doing. Who wants to go on the Neural Vacillator? I think we should try to give somebody some happy traits. Maybe Elfwolf King? He's got the highest stress. Maybe we'll see if we'll put Elfwolf King on here. See if we can get him to take on a new trait. Now, the one I tend to get most frequently is the Sunny Disposition one, which would actually be really good because that would help counteract the stress effect that's been happening there. We have CO2 problems here. What's going on? What's going on here? Oh, I see. It's just the way it's filling up all the suits. This one here is the last one in the chain, so it's kind of getting the oxygen last in line. So after these other suits fill up, and that's going to be a really short trip, Ashley. You're going to have to come back really quick. What's the purpose of the mesh door by that airlock in the ice biome? This one right here, you mean? I put this here because outside of the space there were some puffs flying around. It looks like they might have died now. But there were a couple puffs flying around. Oh, we got to get this guy taken care of. And deeper diver's lungs trait. This duplicate has a talented opera singer and a snorkeling instructor. Oh, nice. Go sing some opera. Air consumption rate minus 50 grams per second. So that's not too hard to take. It's not too often I seem to get traits other than Sunny Disposition, so it's kind of nice to get something different. Nevertheless, there were some of these puffs here flying around, and I didn't want them getting into the core part of the base because the slime they poop out is just chock full of slime lung. And that's not so wonderful, so I figured, you know, let's not bring the slime lung in the base if we can avoid it, and we'll just try to keep them out. So I put a little screen door that kind of helps keep them out in case they fly over there. It serves no other purpose. Make sure you keep an eye on the brain scrambler. Yeah, we got it. It's taken care of, so they won't suffocate. Found a use for the dense puff. As oxalite gets around finicky oxygen pumping, stored in resting areas of the colony or in the pumps. Yeah, I could see that. The tricky part is just to store it someplace where it's not gonna evaporate back into oxygen again. So like storing it in a storage container that's underwater or something where it won't vaporize. This cold biome here, I'd like to just dig straight up through here. The only thing I'm concerned about is potentially letting melted water through, so we'll have to be a little bit careful with that. So I think what I'll do is I'll throw a ladder up here whenever they get around to building this. And we'll also build a ladder down here. That way if there's any runoff, it'll drain down into this tank down below here, and then hopefully it won't make its way down the ladder. David Lazenby, $10 super chat. For poor parents, tasteful memorial. I have a key dead. Oh, the letter O. Nice. Thanks so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. So we have a nice little taste of a memorial down here. Maybe we can do something to fancy this up a bit. If we can do like, let's do some like, we'll do granite flooring in here in the memorial. And then if we can do like a little back wall kind of thing. Like this isn't really going to look super fancy, but we'll see what we can do. We'll throw some wallpaper on here. And we'll make that of sandstone, I guess. Oh yeah, that's right, I can. Like so. If we do like some ladders over here, then we can do a rooftop maybe. Not that they'll be able to reach it. Actually, this isn't going to work. They're not going to be able to reach it. Hold that thought. Maybe if we let's cancel these, and we'll go to tiles made out of granite as well. Where did my granite go? There it is. See how much they can build. We're trying to make this look relatively fancy, and there's only so much we can do. Options are somewhat limited. Oh, I totally get it until CrypticFox figured the O. Yeah. Memorial looks nice. Smells bad, though. Yeah, you're right. It is a little stinky down here. Maybe we should try to purify the air a bit. It could actually come in handy, too, if we clean up the air that's here. We'll throw a deodorizer on either side of it. Try to get all this taken care of. We'll see what happens. Out here, we're going to need to scrub a bunch of air, too. Now, on the plus side, there's a fair amount of polluted air out here. So if we can clean it, that's actually a fair amount of oxygen. They've got so much work to do here. So much to dig out. Because I want to do a multi-floor... My idea is to do a multi-floor ranch. I'm going to fill it initially with hatches. And then we can build other ranches other places for different types of critters. But I want to have like the maximum number of hatches from each floor. And set it up so we can like collect eggs and stuff off it. Then we can use the eggs for eating. We do have some people that have the mechatronics engineer skill. Or the job, rather. So we can set up maybe like a system to pick up the eggs. Transport them somewhere else so we can cook them later. I think some of that would be kind of cool. There's so much chlorine in my base now. I let a little bit of chlorine up here, and it's been a challenge ever since. That'd be a lesson to you. Just don't let the chlorine in your base in the first place. With how many deaths you have, you could invest in a morb farm and have a bunch of foods. Well, you actually don't need the duplicates to die to create a morb farm. You can just create outhouses and then choose not to clean them. When they get filled up and they're all nasty, if you leave them in a sealed room, morbs will start to spawn in that space, so we don't even need duplicates to die. A-Roar25, $20 super chat. If you add another dupe sometime, could you be a TJ dupe with a bottomless stomach to help with that too much food problem? All right, we'll see what we can do. I'll bring in another dupe. This is pushing it because we're already at 25. It's going to take 3 cycles for this to happen, but we'll try to bring one in. I can't guarantee he's going to have a bottomless stomach, though, but we'll try to filter through until we can find one. You can't shuffle with each one that comes in. You have to just pick one of the 3 it gives you. So we'll see what kind of options it gives us. Hopefully it'll give us something good, though. These guys have already started building here. That's good. Is anybody climbing up here? Ooh, they are. I wonder how much work they're actually getting done up here before they... That's weird. He was like working with no sound. That's skill. It's like mad skills. I should actually start to collect up water up here, too. Well, not because we have to, but just because we can. At some point later, this could come in handy. So we'll let this water drain out. Sorry, little Paku fish, but you're going to probably meet an untimely demise when I drain all your water away. Why is there a Draco in the farm? It sort of just crept its way in. I should just kill it off. Where is it? No, he's way up here. The Dracos kind of, they came in through this door over here when I opened it up, but they were hanging around up in this space. And they sort of just kind of made their way in. Technically, we could bag the Dracos, but I think they'll end up dying anyway if we don't feed them. So we'll have to do something. For right now, they're out of the farm, so I guess I'm not going to worry about them too much. They do eat the plants, though, and that's not so great. But you have more dead dupes than filled outhouses. No, I only have a single dead dupe. And if I wanted morbs, I would specifically make a point of having a plugged-up toilet. I'm not really at the point where I want to yet. So over here we have... ooh, they died. Well, we had some. We had some puffs over in this base. And I don't know whether they starved because they converted all this to clean oxygen. Oh, there's CO2 in here. CO2 and clean oxygen. I don't know if they starved or they just died of old age, but there were some puffs over there, and they seem to have met an untimely end. Oh, wait. I don't want that to drain out. I was actually keeping that water there for a reason. Oh, look, we have a tropical Pacu down here. He's old, though. This critter's old and only has 3.5 cycles left to live. Oh, poor guy. He did lay an egg, but can't get to it right now. First the hash, then the fish, now the Draco. Crypt's killing the animals. That's right. We're here to, like, euthanize the entire critter population in our colony. Take that, you nasty critters. So much digging. Oh, look, more cold biome. Cold biomes for days. Man, if we could take over this whole area over here, that'd be pretty sweet. It would also be much too big for me to manage. I don't have an oxygen supply for over there. Just made it to the stream. What did you miss so far? Not a lot, Crazy Rider, but welcome. We've just started to dig out the space that we're going to use to build our ranch. I have a ladder continuing up top here, so we can try to get up out of the world and find our way to the surface of the asteroid. What was that noise? Wait, what the? What's going on here? Why is this? Stop! Stop! The button was stuck or something. It was building derpy ladders everywhere. What was that noise? I heard this booming noise. And why can't I build that right there? Sleetweed entombed. Oh, that's funny. Why does it sound like explosions? That's super weird. I totally want to go see what that is now. Charles Murphy, $1 super chat. Thanks for the super chat, Charles. If dared to grab the egg on a rescue mission, avenge the fishies. Well, I don't have a place to put the fish right now. That's kind of the problem. We do have fish in here too. We're out of places to put the fish. There was an egg in here. It looks like it hatched now, and we got another tiny little Pacu there. Man, there's actually a fair amount of water up here. Some of this polluted water I need to, like, gather all together. Okay, how about we do this? Let's get this water collected first. Get this water out of here. That'll run it down into this basin. Thank you. You did it. You almost surfaced. You think so? Is that what the booming and banging is? Are those asteroids hitting? I feel like it should be higher up than that. I don't know. Because it doesn't seem like we're that high up. Ooh, I forgot there's another... Wow. Okay. They have ruins all over the place to check out. Reach the top and meteors are hitting the surface. For some reason, I didn't think the meteor showers came until you'd already exposed the surface. But I guess we'll find out. Do Paco have any other use beside poo dirt and tastiness? Nope. Not really. They're just all about food. Food and, like, friendly fishies. At some point, I want to make an aquarium with them. Asteroids destroying your base. One more problem to think about. Yeah, well, they don't really break through the surface, though. So if we get up near the top, at least we'll have something up there. I'd kind of like to be able to set up a solar panel up there. I haven't used the solar panels yet. I think it would be nice to kind of tap into that. It would likely get destroyed a bunch, but... Oh, jobs mastered. We need to go check this out. So we have a few people that I think master the job. So we have senior architect Hani Banani, I don't know, whatever. Who can go mechatronics engineer? Ooh, Spookus can. No, Spookus is a farmhand right now. That doesn't work. Is that it? All right. Well, we need some more engineers. I want some more oh, you know what? Actually, let's move some people up here. J-Box can go down to general engineering. Where's J-Box? Okay, great. We can move up Jakaram, Ashley, and Cardminatorful. Jakaram, Cardminatorful, and where's Ashley? Too many names in here. Okay, we can move up Kaboom. And Sir Imperial Mike. Nelly Nee can move up, so she can be a higher level miner. Hani Banani. Where should we send Hani Banani? Maybe down to Gopher. Yeah, that's a good choice there. Who else is maxed out? All right, Skylar's maxed out on farming, so they can make them a seasoned farmer. We've ranched out Hershey, or maxed out Hershey, but I'm going to need ranchers, so I'm going to leave Hershey in that position for now. They'll continue to do the job. I just want them to prioritize it. Like, if you take them somewhere else, they keep the skill once they get to 100%. But I want them just to keep it as their job priority. So we'll leave it that way. Solar panels are difficult. You need steel to stand under the meteors, and everything overheats up there. Also, fluids and gases get spaced. Yeah, so they have back walls now that we can put in there. What's oxygen's level at? Oxygen should be okay. We did dig up some algae. Oh yeah, oxygen's fine right now. Algae system's still running, although we really do need, gonna have to set up something more. We're gonna have lots of slime. And I probably should start to store the slime someplace that's not gonna require it to run through my colony. Where can I store the slime? Maybe down here somewhere? I love the way they cheer when they come in and out of the doors. Where should I store slime? I mean, I want the slime to be somewhere that it can't release polluted oxygen on me and disappear. But I'm also going to need to set up a fertilizer system. Where is it here? Refinement. The algae distiller. Because I would like to make some more algae. I mean, we're digging up a bunch out here. So we will get more that way, but I think it would be handy to have some more. Let's see. We need another ladder. Dig all this out, please. I think I'm going to have to prioritize this ladder right here. And this one here. Because I do want them to get to the point where they can dig all this out. Try to drain all this polluted water down bottom. People cheer when you enter doors too. See, I never get that. People usually cheer when I go out the door. You want Bloodlust as a Doom attribute? That's funny. Play Fortnite for a fortnight. How many dupes could a duplicator dupe if a duplicator could dupe dupes? Apparently a bunch. At least 25. Oh, we've almost dug this out, so this water is about to drain, and the fish along with it. At least I hope the fish goes down with it. Otherwise it gets stranded up here. That would be no fun for the fish. I might feel bad. I might feel bad about the lonely little fish we would strand up there. This here, I guess we can continue to build this off now. Too many things I want them to do at once. I should just tell them not to do so much stuff. Save myself some headaches. Actually, what am I telling them to build these out of? Igneous rock. Oh, man. No wonder it's taking so long. Shouldn't have told them to use igneous rock. I should have told them to use, like... Oh, there goes the water. That's nice. Just like sandstone or something probably would have been better. Do doors still void gases and liquids if they close on them and there's nowhere for it to go? They do, yes. It's also a really good way of controlling heat. So, for example, here, I have this room that's producing heat because of the batteries that are in here, and you can see the doors a little on the warm side. So, if we actually built another door here and one door here, and then we set a switch in here. Where are we here? Set like a signal switch here, for example. And use an automation wire to go to this door. Then what I can do is I can open this door. It creates a vacuum, and that creates a barrier that the heat can't really bypass. So we can actually stop the heat from going out from the little battery room. But you do the same thing. Like, when they go in and out, you just, like, close the door and then reopen it, kind of thing. The real question isn't when you go to space. The real question is when you'll build another fire pole. Ah, this is true. We haven't built one in a while. Where would be a good place to put one? I mean... it just takes so much metal. I'm stuck with ladders for now, going all the way up here. What the... oh. This is the one little spot they haven't built. I'm going to stick with ladders going up here for now. But we could use fire poles inside the colony. I built statues over here, so that rules out a fire pole on this side, unfortunately. There's our duplicate. All right. Do we have one? Divers lung, small bladder, tryptophobia, mouth breather. So we don't have one here that's going to have a bottomless stomach. So we're going to pass on these for now. We're trying to get a bottomless stomach duplicate named TJ Dupe. We'll see if we can find one. That didn't work. Projectile. Snoops, $5. Hi, insert something witty here. Hashtag stand up for Fox. Thanks, Snoops. Oh, we got a Draco in our farm again. I think I'm just going to leave him. He's not actually eating that much. And our calories are still going up. It's not really that bad. You know what? We're consuming so much water. I'm going to change this also and stop producing lice loaf. Because it's just taking so much. And this... we're still producing mush bars here. I'm going to try canceling this for now, too. What do we have that we can fry up here? We don't have any mushrooms. We have gristleberries. We have frost buns. Yeah, we can make frost buns for a bit. Try to save some of this water here, because this water level has actually been going down really quick now. I'm not thrilled about that at all. Oh, nice. This is done down here. I need a ladder, because we're going to have to throw a pump down here. If we dig this out, then I can actually just dig straight up here. And then I don't even need this over here yet. Do this later. Check your O2 levels. How we doing for oxygen? Doing good. Not bad. Could be worse. I like when it's all this light blue color. I don't like when we see other colors of blue, but it's okay for now. Our scrubber is still working periodically, which is good to keep the CO2 level down, so that's nice. Our mushroom farm's growing nicely, although it's all out of fertilizer. We might need a fertilizer maker because we don't get fertilizer the same way as we used to. Fertilizer maker uses polluted water, I think. Of which we don't really have tons of that either. Oh, look, the natural gas vent is kicked in again. So we have natural gas building up here. That's pretty sweet. I kind of wish I had this on a switch instead of... you know what? Let's put this on a switch. Okay, let's maybe not do that. Let's maybe go and make some refined metal instead. Oh, wait, not refined copper because we were running low on copper. Give me a refined gold amalgam. We got all kinds of that now. Now that we're digging outside in the swamp biome, we should get tons of gold. So I want to put a switch on this so I can turn this on and off. We're going to do a little damage to our fancy natural gas generator when we turn this on because it's going to suck up all the chlorine. But once that chlorine's gone, we should finally have this as a pocket that contains nothing other than natural gas and a little bit of hydrogen at the top, but that'll never come down at the pump. There will be power and chlorine. We've got lots of chlorine. Yeah, a fair amount of chlorine. It's actually not that bad. Could be worse. I thought you had like a min-max game reason. I love that. Oh, no, there's no... I very rarely min-max stuff. A lot of it I'm just playing for pure aesthetics. Man, look at all this polluted oxygen in here. Most of what I do in the game, I do because it's fun, not because it's something you critically have to do. There are things that I do that I think work really well for me, and then in other instances, it's really just about having a little bit of fun. All right, there's our fancy little memorial room now. It looks a little bit more like a room space anyway. There's not a ton of options we have here, but we could put like a glass roof or something in here later, maybe. I guess we could even put doors on if we really wanted to, but then our duplicates would have to go in and out of doors all the time, and I don't really care for that idea. We did clean up most of the polluted oxygen here with these 2 little deodorizers, so that's working good. Got all this breathable air down here. Most of it's polluted, but, you know, it's breathable-ish. We're creating all the breathable air in spaces where they're going to be wearing suits. So we don't really even need to worry about it too much. Why not a gaseous element sensor for the natural gas? Because it'll never pick up the natural gas. We have a pocket of chlorine in the way here. If I put a natural gas element sensor here, it'll never turn on because the chlorine will never get down here. Besides, I want to set it like for a hard and fast rule that says that I want it to be off when the thing's dormant, and when it's not dormant, I want to activate it. So this way, I can just do a manual switch that will give me perfect control over it. I can turn it on and off at will. I'm like incapable of min-maxing, so I feel validated. Hooray! Meteor storms! Is there more up here? I don't hear any more. We must have got past the meteor storm. Look at all that fresh water. Why is so much of this melting? That's weird. That's a lot of melting water. This water here is at 22 degrees. Is there a geyser here somewhere? Or is the sun just shining on the surface warm enough, like right above this, to actually melt it? Crazy. We're going to cut through and get the fresh water. It's all going to dump straight down into here. We're actually going to build up another reservoir. Again, not that I'm complaining. Oh, this geyser kicked in. I'm glad we analyzed that before. Sweet, we got geysers going off all over the place now. Pig will die eating a pie, and you'll cry about the pig that die. Oh yeah, you're a rapper. All right, that's new. All right, you go, guy. Why not go ahead and pop some deodorizers and clean up the slimy air? Well, I'm going to in here, but the more of this I dig up, and the more slime we end up dropping on the ground, the dirtier it's going to get. We have to get to the point where we clean up the slime that's on the ground first. Once we're there, then we'll be in a better position to clean up the polluted oxygen that's in here. And I do need a place to store slime still. I guess I could put storage lockers down here with slime in it. It's kind of in an out-of-the-way place, though. Not really thrilled with that. We could also just store them in here, but I plan to pump this water out and purify it and send it into here. It's a little bit on the warm side, so I might have to send it in a loop through the cold biome before I send it over there. We'll see what happens. Maybe I shouldn't send it there in the first place. I should just pump it straight into our electrolyzer setup and stop pulling water out of here. I have to give that some thought. Spam muffins. Ew, spam muffins. Looks like it said steam in the tooltip when you were hovering on the air in the cold air. Maybe the steam geyser. I mean, there might be. There might be. If there's a steam geyser up there, then it could be. It is steam, unbreathable, 102 degrees. There's got to be a geyser up here. Here's another meteor storm. Well, I mean, either there's a geyser up here, or... Man, look at that. Look how hot that is. That's crazy. There's got to be like a geyser or a volcano, or potentially it's actually just the surface is so hot it's heating up the stuff underneath it? I don't know. We'll find out when we get up there. They're getting relatively close. It's taking them a while. I've got them doing so many things right now. They're just not exactly... Oh, look, this is all done. How full is this now? 3 kilograms. Nice. Let's turn this on. Actually, I have this disabled, so we need to enable this. See where I'm pumping the gas. Yeah, we got a little bit of damage in here because it's going to pull some chlorine in it first. Why is that not working? Oh, this isn't disabled. I get it. Enable building. There we go. So like I said, this is going to take some damage because we're going to pump some chlorine into it, but we'll fix it. We have tons of gold. And it's probably a little bit of a waste of time having them go and fix it, but I figure it's probably less time than having them go and build a filter that I'm only going to need for a very short amount of time. Once we get the chlorine out of this space, it's not really a big deal anymore. What's your usual method for cleaning germy water? Heating terrariums? I generally don't clean the germy water to any great extent. I've tested a few different scenarios. I don't like to use the terrariums too much, although it probably does work fairly well for that. I let the germy water just go in here, to be honest. I dumped it in here. Right now I'm taking the polluted water that's full of germs. I'm pumping it into my water sieve. My water sieve is cleaning it so that I have clean germy water. And then it's sending it all the way down here to the cold biome, where it's being pumped into my electrolyzer. My electrolyzer, in turn, is producing some germy air that has food poisoning germs in it. It's being sucked up by our gas pump, sent down and cooled through a little loop at the bottom here. That's then being sent all the way out to the colony and being pumped into this space. And as you can see, there's no food poisoning germs coming out here. So technically, I didn't clean it. I just made use of it while it was germy, and we have perfectly fine air coming out of it. Even if they did breathe up the germs, though, it wouldn't really matter too much because the airborne food poisoning doesn't make them sick. It's only when they actually eat it. So we're staying at 100% for our immune system, and I haven't even bothered to clean this at all. I'm just pumping it straight out and making use of it. If you're not careful, you're going to hit the vacuum and you lose oxygen. You should make an airlock before you go higher. Yeah, at some point, we'll have to build one. I mean, this is obviously steam in here. We're going to have to be careful. Actually, I shouldn't send them straight in here. Just because this is all full of steam. I kind of wanted to tap into this water, but I don't want all that steam going everywhere. It's very small quantities, but it's still hot. I don't want them to get scorched, poor little guys. Oh, you know what am I thinking? What do I care? They're in an exosuit. Duh. Just go right up there. Have fun with that. Jess Stewart, $5 super chat. Thanks for all the fun at the expense of the dupes. Thanks, Jess. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you for the support. Okay, we're looking again for duplicate with a bottomless stomach. Tryptophobia, noodle arms, anemic. Can't get a bottomless stomach for the life of us. Oops. Did it again. Reject all. We'll find one. One will come up eventually. It's just sort of luck of the draw. Please call a dude Buddha. Don't use an airlock, use a water lock. Yeah, I mean, all that doesn't matter. The thing is, like, I guess I have water right here. I could create a water lock like right here just by letting it drain in there. Oh, we have a water trap there also. All right, let's go ahead and build a water lock right here. Cancel that dig. We're going to need a tile down here. No, give me. You know what? Make this easy. Make this tile out of abyssalite. No, don't go away. Come back. Small quantities are the hint. That area has an exposure to space. Get ready to plug her up. Well, I mean, it might. 45 micrograms. Yeah, it is really small, isn't it? Oh, look, there's space right there. Space. We can see the planet in the background. It's the back wall that's the issue. I wasn't expecting to hit the back wall before we got all the way up to the surface. So obviously we're gonna need to be careful with that. Somewhere in here, this is venting things. So we'll build a little lock here. Now the trouble is the vacuum will suck out water too, I think. See what happens, I guess. In the interim, I'm gonna throw a door in here. If nothing else, as long as there's a barrier there, will help. Can vacuum disinfect slime? That's a good question. I don't think so. I think it will behave in the same way as when you put it underwater, where it won't spread. So the slime lung germs won't spread around because there's no atmosphere for it to spread into, but the germs don't actually go away anywhere. You can get rid of the germs mostly through heating or cooling. I did test a system where I was actually dripping water into a cold biome and letting it fall a long distance through supercooled hydrogen. So it solidified on the way down, and when it hit bottom, it was a solid chunk of ice with no germs. And then I could pick up the ice and move it somewhere else and it would melt. That was not a terribly efficient system in terms of like real gameplay. But it was fun to play around with a little bit when I was just experimenting. I did it in debug mode though, so it's always, you gotta kind of take it with a grain of salt. I didn't have to do stuff in debug mode. We're gonna need more ladder here so we can get the water. We're doing algae wise. 657 kilograms. We got enough there. Just so we're getting a little stifling going on. Air pressures have declined in the colony again. Probably because this has not been running consistently with algae. I really should work on getting another oxygen room set up sooner rather than later. How much do you need to murder the colony via sudden gas disappearance into space? Oh, Nelly knee. $1,000. These poor duplicants, their lives are worth a fortune. Or something. I mean, incidentally, there is another update coming out in a couple of weeks. So by next Thursday, there might be another beta branch open. We might this colony might spiral into madness, so we can play around with the new content again. Hopefully not tonight, though. You can kill slime lung from slime easily by putting it in a storage, chlorine, then underwater. Yeah, I mean, I guess. It's one way to do it. I mean, for the most part, the surface germs with slime lung aren't the ones that are the problem anyway. It's usually the airborne ones. And those are relatively cleaned up just by cleaning oxygen. Oh, look at this. We created a funny little barrier here. Did not mean to do that. Poor little pacu fish is trapped. You're trapped, buddy. You can't get out. See if they can do this without dropping themselves in the drink. Do we think you turn slime into dirt on the surface at those high temperatures? That is a good question. I don't know. I haven't experimented with that. I mean, theoretically, as long as it's heating up stuff that's on the surface to that level, then yeah, probably you could. We did bake slime into dirt using the volcano in the last stream, so it's entirely plausible. Now we're gonna get a door built at least. Which is probably a good thing since we have all this here. We should probably build tiles here. This is not going to work. Cancel this. I need... Come on. Come on. There we go. Okay, that's what I want. Now, when this water comes down here, it's going to fill up this whole space. It's going to send a flood of water all down bottom, which we can capture a bunch of it, but some of it will probably make it all the way down to the bottom of the colony. But that's not that bad, because it's actually clean water. Maybe connect the ranch room to the top exosuit airlock. Oh, that would be a good idea. Yeah, from here, and then we could dig from two directions. Like so. That'll give us a double direction we can go at to dig it. So instead of just having 3 people trying to dig out the space who are all out of... Oh, yeah. Wait, what's going on here? What is this? Oh, it's filling up the suits so slowly. They have their own dedicated oxygen supply, and still they fill slowly. By the time you subdivide it so many times... Wait, what's going on here? That was weird. Why are you not filling now? It's almost like it was venting the oxygen the moment that it was going in. That's really weird. Oh, there we go. We're all out of pressure again. I need more algae. Dude! Oh, Nelly! Okay. There's always somebody. There's always somebody. Somebody go and build a ladder over here, please. That would be great. What's this ladder being made out of? Igneous rock. Nobody go to bed. Go build the ladder. Either A, make a vacuum airlock, just a simple airlock that uses a gas vent to attempt to save gas, or B, well, we can't use a gas airlock because it'll just vent. So if we tap into that space up there that's vacuum, anything that's a gas will just vent out of there anyway. So I don't know that that's going to matter. So we're going to use a liquid one. So my thinking is that from up here, if we dig into the water pocket that's above, it will drain down here and it will fill up this area. Probably it'll actually fill it up too much. If I put a little ladder in here, we might actually get it to split the water flow. And then when this fills up, it'll overflow and go down to here. So I think that'll be good. But we're going to try and fill up a little spot in here so the duplicates can run through the water here. And that should create a seal for us so we don't have to worry about gases vacuuming out. See how that goes. How has nobody built this? Oh, you know what? Stop picking things up. Seriously? And let's, what kind of materials we got here? We have sedimentary rock. Let's make this out of sedimentary rock. Ladder, sedimentary rock. Go do that now, please. This is like priority 9. Like, get her done. Get her done. It's over here. Stop picking things up and go get that. All right. Honestly. Okay. Maybe we can have... Maybe we have Nelly Nee mine something. Here, if we have Nelly Nee mine this, that'll give her sedimentary rock she can then use to make the ladder herself. Nelly's dupe got stuck not long after she asked about murdering the colony. Oh, isn't that funny? Can we read alert for Nelly? We could, but she's actually still got a decent amount of oxygen in there. So I'm going to try not to. Instead, we'll have her dig this out. That drops sedimentary rock. Nelly, it's right there. Like, take the rock, build it right there. Take the rock, build it right there. There's more than enough rock here. What's her deal? Does she have one of those non-building traits? Because if so, that would really suck. Construction 0. Narcoleptic, diamond's lungs, binge eater. I mean, why won't they build that? Nelly, like just right here. Go move over here. Seriously, she sat and waited for Jim Lord to come out there and rescue her. Damsel in distress or what? What's her build priority? Probably a good thing to check. Maybe she's got building turned off. But I mean, if she's standing there doing literally nothing else, it shouldn't matter what the build priority is, unless she just simply can't do it. Standard priority, so she should have done it. I don't know. Weird. The only thing I could think of is a different duplicate was tasked with the job, so she therefore didn't do it. It's weird though. Like she's standing like right there. But at least she got rescued. She didn't die. All is good. All is well that ends well and all that. I have a serious need of some algae here. Just look at bottomless stomach. There we go. We found one. So this is going to be TJ dupe. Could it be I guess we'll just call it TJ. If you enter the dupe sometime, could it be TJ dupe with a bottomless stomach to help with that too much food problem? All right, here's TJ. Welcome to the colony. I don't know where you're going to sleep. We don't have a bed for you. We have a whole bunch of idle duplicates here, too. Furniture. Give me a cot. Let's make this out of sandstone. We have lots of that. You can take a room up in here, I guess. Actually, we'll put a room in here. No, you know what? We didn't build a second bed in there specifically because this was the bypass room, and I felt bad for giving them the crummy room. So build one bed over there. That'll give you a place to sleep. We have a lot of idle duplicates because nobody can go out into the biome past our airlock. We only have one person. I need somebody to like... I need you to sweep up... There's lots of clay out here, but there's not really any algae. I need algae for my oxygen suits. And nobody can go do the job because we ran out of algae. What a horrible little loop we're stuck in. We need algae, but we can't get algae because we don't have algae to get algae. Here, we'll send them out here. Dig all this algae up. Tons out here. It's all germy, but whatever. You guys can deal with a little bit of germs. You have a strong immune system still. You can suck it up. Nope, it's saying I can't get to any of this. Oh, because of that. Okay, let's throw a little step in here. Make that out of sandstone. Alright, guys, go build that step. That'll give you a way to leap across. You can dig up all this algae. We can get our oxygen flowing again. Which will get our suits running again, which will get you guys working again. Hey, plastics, you making them? Not yet, but we will be. We do have a whole bunch of oil right down here. So this is a pretty decent pocket of oil right here. Pretty good size. We have another steam vent. Another cool steam vent. That's like 3 of them already. That's craziness. Great Panami, $5 super chat. Would it be worth melting ice sculptures to resupply your water and cool it as well? Yeah, we don't even need the ice sculptures so much. We can actually just create storage lockers in the water space. Actually, we haven't been tapping nearly as much water to this, so I can slow this down. What do we got this at? 2,000. We can cut this way down. Because I was using it to make a whole bunch of food, but I stopped doing that. Calories are going down now because we're not making all that food, but it's something. We're still making frost buns. I suppose that's fine. Slime to algae converter? Yeah, we're gonna need to set up some of those at some point. For now, because I was digging out so much out here, I thought, you know, we'd actually keep a fairly decent incoming supply of slime, but it's not gathering up nearly as quickly as I thought it would be. But then we also have 3 different algae deoxidizers running that are producing oxygen. We have one for each of the 2 different oxygen pumps that are producing oxygen for exosuits, plus the one that's in the colony still, which I need to get rid of. New sponsor, welcome Aurora25. Thank you so much for the sponsorship. I appreciate the support, and thank you also for the super chats tonight. It's been fantastic. Hey, Jean-Francois, how are you? I think it's time to do the 3rd oxygen thingy. Yeah, I really do need it. I've been kind of delaying as much as I could, but I don't think we really can much longer. But I was trying to get access to the water that was in here at the same time as I'm trying to do a whole bunch of other things. I have a chronic prioritization problem when I'm building in my colony. Let's build this over here. I've almost got this set up enough that we can uncover these and let all the water pool together. For whatever there is in there, anyway. Let's mop this up. Let's destroy this ladder. Yeah, like with the World Seed, lots of cool steam vents. Yeah, they're all over the place. We also have 2 natural gas geysers. So we have the one up here, and there's a second one way down here at the bottom right. So in terms of geysers, we've done fairly well. We haven't gotten stuck with molten volcanoes, which have their uses, but are just a little bit more of a pain to deal with in general. I'm gonna get this algae that's in here too. This is gonna really stink actually because I got them digging around in a bunch of germiness. What you gotta do, what you gotta do. Not too many germs inside the colony yet, at least. The nice thing is this was all converted to like different types of gases, so we don't have a whole bunch of airborne germs. And in the absence of the airborne germs, the duplicants don't really get sick. So that's nice. But they did bring some slime into the colony. As long as there's no polluted oxygen, it should be okay. But oh, we got more work going on up here. Nice job. The algae there. We've almost got the second entrance opened up over here. We need another ladder. Imagine that. This is like a huge terraforming job to dig all this stuff out of here. And dig all this. I think that's probably as far as I'm going to go. Well, maybe we'll build a wall that goes like right down here. build like all the way down this side. We'll build a wall that goes like right down here, and then we'll use that as sort of the outer barrier of our colony. We have still, you know what, we have tons of granite, tons of igneous rock. It might be a little bit of a job for them to rush it out here, but we're going to block this whole wall off over here. Leave a gap at the bottom because I want to store stuff down here to get more water. And then we'll throw another ladder up here to get the water that's there. And then if we dig across over on this side, we can get the water that's here. Try to get it all collected down here if we can. $20 super chat. You're a good streamer. Lexi13579. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate that. Appreciate the support, and thank you for enjoying the content. I'm just glad people like to come out and enjoy the streams, because it's a whole lot less exciting when I'm talking to just myself. But thank you all. The dupes haven't had ice cream. Oh my gosh. Well, they've been in the cold biome, and they kind of had ice cream. Sort of. It's like quasi ice cream, I guess. I think I'm going to, once this gets cleaned up, I'm going to build the entrance over here. Will be how we get in and out of our ranch. They're going to just run through a little hallway here. They'll be in the ranch space. I have a little work to do around this water, though. Let's plan to put a pump in here. And this is going to, where can we tap this in directly? I need to clean the water that comes out of here, but when I do clean it, I'm going to send it directly in. And we'll connect it up to the pipeline that's heading up here into our electrolyzer. And then I can stop this pump down here from running. Or at least sever the connection and make it run exclusively from over here. So I'm going to use insulated pipe, even though I probably don't need to. Just, what's the temperature of this water? 30 degrees. 23 degrees. All right, I should convert all this pipe over to insulated. Before I do this, I don't want to adversely affect the temperature of my colony if I can avoid it. So we'll convert all this to insulated pipe, and in the meantime, we'll also run pipe out here. This is a lot of pipe. That's a fair amount of pipe there. Use deodorizer. My plan is to use deodorizers, but first I want to stop the... wow, look at all the water. There was more water in that little pocket than I thought there was. It must have been at high pressure. Sweet. We got a mix of clean air and polluted... or clean water and polluted water. We might even have too much. I'm going to try and dig this stuff out. Dig all that out for me. We'll try to shorten the flow of water here a little bit. I'm not sure this is all going to stay in here. It might actually break through the barrier on this side. Let's dig all this out. Try to accommodate as much liquid as there is there. That was a lot more water than I thought it would be. This is going to be really, really handy to clean and send into our electrolyzer. Exosuit ran out of air. Which one? These ones are okay. They're filling. Ones up here, they're filling too. So I think they're okay. Am I going to play Save the World in Fortnite? I have played the Save the World, actually. That's not what I started with when the game first came out. And then I kind of got hooked on playing Battle Royale just because, I don't know, I find it very addicting, that game. So, I mean, there's a possibility I might revisit it at some point, but I haven't really been in a rush to do it. I played it a bunch with my buddies when it first came out, and I don't know. It I kind of lost interest in it a little bit. He has only one toilet. No, I have 5. So over here, there's these 3. We have 2 more over here. Come on, 2 more on this side. And I should actually build a 3rd one here because we have a lot of duplicates right now. And if you're curious why I'm using outhouses instead of lavatories, it's just because I can compost it into dirt. Now, technically, you can also get the dirt from the water sieve. You get polluted dirt, which you can then compost. But I just find it doesn't seem to produce as much. Wait a minute, I can't tap this directly in. What was I thinking? I need Refinement. There we go. I need my water sieve. Almost had a serious brain fart. This has got to go into the water sieve. And the water sieve connects to the pipe. And then we can cancel this. That's going to need power, obviously, too. Don't hook that pump up before you can clean it. Oh, yeah, Jeff, remember. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I connected it up, thinking ahead of myself on the water sieve. Save the world, give you free V-Bucks. There is, yeah. So when you're playing some of the quests and stuff in there, you can get free V-Bucks. That's for sure. It's not a ton, though. I mean, I just find that the payoff doesn't really seem to be that great for the amount of effort sometimes it takes. So I haven't really bothered. Let's insulate all this. I don't even know. I'm going to wind up digging all this out. I don't even know why I'm building a wacky pipeline, but... Oh. I'm going to hold off on duplicates right now. We're at 26, and I'm really concerned about bringing more in. So for now, I'm going to disable the gate. 26 duplicates. Our food supply is dwindling because I stopped making mush bars. We don't have enough of a mushroom farm. Bristleberry I haven't been making because it requires fresh water, so we have some of that as an opportunity down the road too. And while meal lice has been pretty good for us, or mealwood, we're at the point now where we just don't have enough plants. Oh my god, I caught you live! I love your videos, you're the best. Thanks, Kimberly. Glad you enjoy them. Welcome to the stream. R.I.P. PUBG. I think the game will still be around. It still has its diehard fans. Look, the thing is, just because Fortnite has gotten to be massively popular because it's a free game, and there's a huge number of people playing it, doesn't mean that the audience for PUBG necessarily declined that much. I found oftentimes people are really polarized about the games. If they have PUBG, they want to play it. Well, you gain 0 dirt with your toilets. You compost the same amount. 100 kilograms dirt equals 100 kilograms polluted. Dirt equals compost equals 100 kilograms dirt. You gain 0 dirt with your toilets. Well, yeah, because they're putting it in there, right? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. Actually, if you take the polluted water, you actually do technically have a net gain in dirt. If nothing else, I guess I'm just treading water with dirt with the outhouses. Whereas the dirt that comes out of the sieve is actually a net gain in dirt because you're taking it out of excess water created by the lavatories. So that's a very good point. We probably should convert these over. I'm just not really ready to do that yet because I have so many other things I'm trying to do. Jobs! People need jobs! TJ needs a job anyway. Let's put TJ in the job of gopher because everybody can do good. Everybody can do good with carrying stuff. Got to get them good carrying skills. Honey Banana can move up here. Oh my gosh, so many names. So many duplicates. Okay, Gabriel Frank should be able to go to Mechatronics Engineer now. Yeah, there we go. Haha, sweet. Spookus, where do you want Spookus to go? I guess we'll send. We're building a ranch. Let's send Spookus to the ranch. You can go to the ranching. We don't need Damien to stay as a plumber because he'll keep his plumbing skill. So let's go ahead and send him over to engineer. Assuming I can find him. There we go. Oh, and Jim Lord we can level up too. Perfect. Oh my gosh. Seasoned farmer. Do I need to keep you specifically as a farmer? Yeah, why not? We got tons of duplicates right now. You can stay as a farmer for now. Oh, Jack just started streaming. Cool. Is he playing Don't Starve? That's a good game. What's this about? Don't worry about the fanciness. Colonies need to be fancy. Yeah. Next colony, no floors, only ladders challenge. You dig it up and space is gone. Oh my gosh, that'd be messy. Can you imagine with all the sand and stuff you run into? It really would I mean, my colonies tend to look like a bit of a rat's nest anyway. Like, that would just be the worst looking rat's nest I've ever had, I think. Man, we're treading water on the algae. I'm just not gaining any ground. There's too many things still pumping it. How are we doing up here? Ooh, this is filling up nicely a bit. This poor Draco's gonna die, but that's okay. This ladder's no good. Get rid of this. We need a proper ladder now. One ladder there, doot doot, and then one ladder here will do the trick. Okay, if they can get this done, then I'll be pretty much ready to take this. Oh, wait a minute. I'll be ready, just about ready to dig out this here. We'll dig through over here, let the water flow into this space. I should set a pump in there ahead of time, so I don't have to worry about that afterwards. Let's pop up this mess. Reachable pipes in the ranch. Yeah, these ones here. Because I dug out the dirt that they were originally running on top of, so we'll go with that. There we go. I don't have this hooked up to the power supply yet anyway, so that's another issue. Let's see. This portion of the grid is... Oh no, where's my power grid? This portion of the grid has a max of 1440. Why so much? What have I got on there? Oh yeah, all the suits down there. You know what? We can actually send in power from the top of the grid this time. We can put another transformer up here. Power. Throw a transformer in right over here. Heavy watt wire made out of gold because we have tons of gold now. Send that in there. Build some wire out of gold here. Send this all the way down. We'll split half of it out to go into this pump. Half of it to go over to here. Perfect. We use the same line to supply what little we're going to need in terms of power inside of our ranch as well. I don't think there'll be a whole lot we'll need in there. Maybe just some doors and stuff. Ladders will only be especially challenging with pipes and wires since they don't go through dirt and are bad to core. There is that, yeah. Whenever you build them, it would break the dirt. So it would be interesting, like, as you're trying to build out your colony. Initially, it may not be so bad because you could keep dirt in certain places. But as you expand out and you want to do wiring and stuff, you'd either have to have all the wiring running through the open space, which, yeah, I think it has a small negative decor effect. Or actually break the dirt, and then you got a different problem. This is still working well here. Oxygen's okay. This toilet is really nasty. Oh my gosh, Dupes, I feel so bad for you right now. I should give them a little bit of tiling in here, maybe. Get that CO2 out. I'm planning to dig this up anyway, so we can dig that out too. I'll have to be on the hunt for hatches later. I don't know how many of them we have left. I might have left building the ranch like maybe a little bit too late. I don't see too many hatches around. Ruh-roh. That could be really bad. I might be planting this whole farm and then not have any hatches to put in it. Right, well, the ranch needs ladder to mine out the slime. There's not actually slime here. This is all granite and stuff. So that's okay. We should dig that out ultimately, but I could do it with floors afterwards. I will end up replacing... This ladder here is going to go away. Most of the ladders in here are going to go away, actually. I can actually start converting some of this air, I guess. We'll start setting some... Set up some deodorizers in here. I'll start to get that all cleaned up, which would be good. I don't know how far I'm going to get on the ranch here. It's taking so long to dig this out. Change the outhouses and lavatories. I will ultimately, yes, but I need to have a system set up to clean it and everything, which I don't have just yet. No hatches, you may need to go look for some. Well, the trouble is, the hatches, I think, only live in the core biome. So we might have a bit of a problem. We have like a hatch hiding right here. I'm gonna leave that dirt there for him specifically because I don't want it to die off on me. That might be one of the few hatches left. We might get lucky and find some in here. We'll have to see. Possibly over here too, I guess. But there aren't really too many places left they could be. Some down here also. So we might, hopefully we'll get lucky. We're gonna have to break out a few spots and just hope we can find some more. Oh, look at all that polluted water. Gyros. Let's mop all that, please. Please. Ooh, yeah, let's mop this too, actually, if we can. Maybe too much liquid there. That's a vacuum. We could dig into that, I guess. I just don't want this nasty water all falling down here. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. This is all nasty water here anyway. It's all nice, cold polluted water here. Wow, too late. I forget it. It's fine. How you doing for heat? Your water's getting low. Yeah, it is getting really low. It's not cooling as well as it used to. The gas in the pipe is still coming through at 25, so it's not that bad. However, overall, heat's actually not bad. 25.9 degrees in this area. So overall, it's really good. Down here, it's warm, obviously, because we have all the compost and stuff down here, and that produces a lot of heat. This is still helping to cool, but that's going to go away very soon if we don't get that resolved. We need to refill this tank up with water. The tricky part is it can't be just regular water. It's got to be water that's at a good pressure. This is really nicely pressurized now. It's amazing. I'm going to disable one of these buildings so we can consume the natural gas and save the coal for when we really need it, when the natural gas is gone. Welcome back, Polani. Did I read your meme? No, I'm sorry, I must have missed it. Hatches only life 25 cycles. Check his age. Maybe he'll be gone soon. He might be, but I think that was relatively newly hatched because I did see some egg over here. There's a broken egg right there. This hatch is 30 of 100, so the hatches live up to 100. So he's fine. She's fine. It's fine. Whatever it is. Whatever it is, it's good. Oh, Draco got him down there. Started to clean the air. That's good. It's not going to matter with all the polluted water down here, though. Didn't set up your airlock vacuum thingy at the batteries. Oh, I did, actually. I just didn't use it. So in this space here, you can see there's oxygen trapped. As soon as we go and hit this, we'll turn it off. That'll close the door. Then we'll turn it back on again. That'll open the door. Whoop. Now we have a vacuum. And that vacuum is nice and cold. So that'll give us an ideal barrier between the heat that's in this room and the other side of the door. Now, realistically, this was actually a complete waste of resources. I was just demonstrating. We actually could have just blocked this off with an insulated tile because we really have no reason to go into the battery room. I haven't built any additional batteries in there, and we haven't been making use of any of the heat or doing anything in that space, so I really could have just blocked this off with a wall, but someone had asked about whether the doors can still create vacuum, so I set that up. Sorry, it's your time to react. Computer's being a jerk tonight, right now. Oh, it's alright, Chas. Make sure you're not storing hatch eggs. I don't think I was. Not that I remember, anyway. Seeds, critters, cultivated oil. Critter eggs. Yeah, I mean, I guess I was actually storing eggs. I don't really need to store any of these, though. Let's uncheck these. Copy settings. Let's make sure they're not storing any eggs, because they might actually have some in here that's of use. I have a feeling the only eggs that I had, I turned into omelets. That was quite some time ago. Yeah, nothing dropped. So nothing there. Is this out of oxygen again? Good lord. All of algae again. Starvation. What? Why are you starving? There's a food right here. Go get it. All right, hold that thought. Where's my consumables? Did I turn off consuming meal ice? No, I turned off consuming mushrooms. Meal ice is fair game. Are they just refusing to eat it because their quality of food requirement is too high? 110,000 kilocalories. We have duplicates starving. Food not permitted. Duplicate is not allowed to eat any of the food they can reach. What do I have in here? Mushrooms. Oh my gosh, I have mushrooms, and that's it? How do we get to that place? All right. Clearly, I need to pay a little bit more attention to what my duplicates have kicking around. I thought with all the food we had hanging out, I thought we were in good shape that way, but apparently not. Food not permitted. Let's fry up those mushrooms. He can go eat. Hopefully, 3 starvation. You know what? For now, let's just make it so everybody can eat that stuff. I totally forgot I wasn't cooking the mushroom caps. All right, you guys can all eat that. That's the only... have I really got 110,000 kilocalories in nothing but mushrooms? If so, that's crazy. It's kind of cool. There they go. Now they're going to eat the mushrooms. Good lord. Kill-ba-doop. Starvation again, please. No. No, I don't want them to die. Yeah, they weren't refusing the meal ice. It just, I guess they didn't have a harvest in the food storage. There's a lot of gas been going on. There's a lot of CO2. Why is it up so high? Not enough, we don't have enough oxygen production going on right now to keep the CO2 compressed. Let's get this out of here, please. This too. Take the minor bits of algae we can get for now. It'd be nice actually if I could seal this off and I could stop sending duplicates down here in exosuits for a bit. So I don't have to worry about the oxygen production so much. Been out of air, water are good odds for survival, but boy do we have shrooms. Yeah, we have lots of them, but I think some of them are down here. They're laying on the ground. Yeah, like dust caps. They're just hanging out down here. Somebody harvest this thing. Harvest the ones in the wild too. You might as well, right? Harvest anything. Get it all. If it's growing, go ahead and harvest it. Not that they can reach that. Same with these out here. Might as well harvest it all. That's crazy. I can't believe how many mushrooms we had. I guess I hadn't been cooking them for a while. We were just sort of stockpiling them all. Watching the kill. Yeah, oh yeah, the kilocalories are dropping fast now. Well, they all got really hungry, right? They had to go all fill up their meal bars and stuff, get all their kilocalories back. Let's look at your kilocalories at the top left to see the foods you have. Mushrooms, meal ice, fried mushrooms. We have a small amount. So we're getting. So the meal ice is still coming around. It's just at the time there wasn't really anything there. My last baby fish is sick and dying. The first to filter, the second to illness, last is dead. That stinks. Poor little fishy. That was so weird. I didn't realize that we had all the mushroom stockpiling up that way. Oh, look, we got clean air over here. It's full of slime lung, but we got air. This is all blocked off, so obviously they're not going to have a hard time building over here. Let's dig that out, please. Okay, we'd finish building these in here. We can actually get all this cleaned up. We're going to need a little oxygen purification at the ground level, too. Man, this is a really big space they dug out, actually. Tons of square footage for a ranch. Why not use the algae distiller? Because I didn't have one set up, but we really should, I guess. I've kind of been delaying on it because I didn't want to have to... I think the algae distiller requires polluted water. I didn't want to go through the trouble of setting all that up, but I think we probably should. Because we're running so critically short on algae lately. Refinement, algae distiller. Oh, actually, it's slime power, liquid output. Pumps out liquid excluded water. Actually, I really should be using this. We'll set a couple of them up out here. Seems like as good a place as any. Actually, if I was smart, I would have built them out here where I have all the slime sitting on the ground. Dope! Chapter Gamer! 100 of a currency I can't remember. What did I miss? Did anyone get killed? Nope, nobody's dead today. We're good so far. We got a little bit low on the oxygen side of things, but so far so good. We need some more of that wonderful algae here. Refinement. We'll do a triple algae distiller setup. These are all going to need piping, so we'll set up a plumbing for this. And we'll throw a liquid vent in here. These all produce polluted water. For some reason, I thought they consumed polluted water, not slime. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Thinking the fertilizer plants. These will need power lines. Now, this grid has very little on it, so we should be okay. It's also only running periodically. Booyah! Talk CrypticFox something. Oh, we need rupees. Okay. I can never remember the currency symbols for some countries, unfortunately. Did I think the meme was funny? I must have missed it again. Hold on. Let me try and scroll back and find it. I'm not really huge on the whole meme thing. Dabberbro21. I have no idea at what point you said the meme, Dabberbro. Is the meme funny? I don't know. When you're looking for a battle royale game and you see PUBG that looks fun, and then you scroll down and see Fortnite, PUBG is totally clickbait. All right, if you say so. I don't get the meme, but I'll say sure, it's funny. Guess who's back? Back again with a free account because I'm bored. All right, not zombie apocalypse. Welcome back, I guess. Ta-da! All right, these are going. We need slime for them, obviously. No, look, Sir Imperial Mike's getting rained on now. All right, we have a triple setup over here to produce some algae. So that'll give us a little bit that we don't have to gather up. This is largely set here. Ooh, this is all pumping now. Da-da-da. Sweet. All right, let's disconnect the pipe like right here. There we go. That stopped actually a problem we were having too. These pipes all need to be emptied now. Where's our little plumber jobby? Empty pipe. There we go. Empty all those pipes out. Oops, wrong one. Cool. All right, so we have another steady supply of water going up to our electrolyzer. And I don't have to worry anymore about tapping water out of this so much, because we're actually only sending a very slow flow out of here. Now I need to send excess water that's coming in here down into this space. It's going to be a little on the warm side, though. I'm not sure. How warm is it? 39.3 degrees. All right. I definitely do not want to send that down there. So much for my cooling system. I mean, I guess we could have some duplicates gather up snow and stuff and hide it in there, I suppose. I'm not super thrilled about that, though. So much running back and forth, and they use exosuits every time they go down there to get it. It's not great. Anybody gets at CrypticFox to sing/rap gets a gold star. Yeah, I don't do a whole lot of rapping. The only rapping I do is Christmas presents. That's right. I said it. I'm lame. Okay, we're gonna put a bottle emptier out here too. Bottle emptier. All the nasty stuff we have out here. If I can get this sealed off now, we can let all this air get cleaned up. Well, actually, they still have a couple more. Hold on. Let me prioritize this. I want this stuff done. Give me all this finished. Can't do anything until this is all done. Now get back to resting. Every time Cryptic zooms in, you get bombarded by 10 gasping dupes breathing heavily. Oh man, come on. These things need to produce slime faster. Or algae faster, rather. So the tricky part is these don't exactly produce a lot. So what do we got? What's the rate it comes out at? Algae, 200 grams per second. It's not exactly tons. I don't mean that in a literal sense. In a figurative sense. It's not really that much. Plus we're lacking slime. Let's dig some slime up out of here. This is all really nicely pressurized. If I can get this all clean, when I open it up over here, we're going to get a nice flood of fresh air coming in, hopefully. It's always 40 degrees coming into the sieve. Yeah. The nice thing about the machines in this is at least you have a consistent output. I just forgot what temperature it came out at. So obviously, what I thought about was splitting the pipe off and dumping some into here to fill this reservoir, but I don't want the temperature. Alternatively, I could create a route that sends the pipe down here for cooling using the radiant pipes. I just feel like that would be too much hassle. It's not really what I want to do right now. Although I could maybe use, if we can get some more wheezeworts, we might be able to use a wheezewort cooling thing. Let's see what's inside this ruin over here. This thing's been over here teasing me long enough. While they're getting around to that, we'll see how they're doing up top. Building all this junk out. Ooh, they got this done. They started this ladder. Not this one, though. Probably because it's blocked. That would make that a little easier. This is almost all finished. So close. We've almost got this uncovered. This guy's are over here. Next over season 74.6 cycles, and this puts out serious amounts of steam. Like, this water should really collect up over time. Man, I didn't get nearly as far as I wanted to on my ranch. Maybe I should have dug out an area that was a little bit smaller instead of this massive construction job I'm working on. But his rapping could never beat Josh of Rage Gaming videos. I would never rap anyway, Dan, with a plan. It's not my thing. And I was way behind on the chat because I apparently had scrolled up. Your plumber will still remove the water from that one pipe. How much water is in there? Oh, no. Oh, no. Come here, you silly plumber. I didn't mean to tell you to do that job. Stop it. How about we just deconstruct this pipe instead? Save the plumber. Oh, come on. You're killing me here. I can't cancel it. No, there we go. Finally. There we go. Okay, good. That was just silly. You have to deliver the exosuits to the upper stations again. Then don't use them? Ooh, what happened there? How did that happen? Oh, you know what? I think it's because they exited through a different route. Yeah, same thing here. Wait, they came out through different ways, so they didn't drop off the suit in the docking station. That was weird. Okay, I hadn't anticipated that. I've never used two different docking stations accessing the same space. So we have a minor problem that way, in that they don't dock them in just any open slot. They actually have to put them in the specific one. So if they go out a different route, you just sort of get stuck. Ranch is not included. Isn't that the truth? I feel a little bit like this is a clickbait title, but it wasn't intended to be. I swears, it was not intended to be. Oh my gosh, look at all the thistlereed seeds out here. Alright, we're gonna need storage compartments in here just because we got so much stuff. Let's build some right here. Let them pick up all the stuff that's on the ground here. They can put it right away in storage. The critters are the real colony? Yeah. This here I intended to be... storage set up specifically for fungal spores, but they're not really storing stuff in there. There's 21 kilograms of fungal spore in here, but there's all kinds of it sitting on the ground out here. Are these actual dust caps? Or are they fungal spores? Fungal spores, why aren't they storing those? That's really weird. So very strange. Slime storage near algae converter. Yep, that would be a good idea. I mean, I have this one right here that's set for slime. Organic slime. There's 92.5 kilograms of slime stored in here. But I guess we can stick one like right here. What have we got down here? So it looks like we have mostly like sand, sedimentary rock, slime. Oh, we have a little bit of everything over here. That's really weird. It's almost strange that they haven't stored the slime all the way over here, but maybe they're just not bringing it through this little area with the exosuits. How are the temperatures of the colony? I see some of the plants are stifling. That's because of CO2 more so than temperatures, I think. The temperatures in here are okay. They're around 27, which is a little bit on the warm side, but it's not awful. It's really more just the gases. You can see these little pockets of gas that are stifling the plants. Because this is not running. And I didn't build the third oxygen room yet we need. I did not. I think I'm going to build it like right in here. I just got to figure out a cooling mechanism for it because I don't have one set up. I think I could probably tap into this for a water supply, though. You know what? I'm just going to plan for this to be set up right now. This is definitely going to need... this is definitely going to need cooling, though, so that's going to take a little bit of figuring, but... we'll get this built anyway. Like that. While there... So... manual airlock. Cancel that. We're going to use airflow tiles here made out of gold amalgam because we have crazy amounts of it now. Man, I wish I had that much gold in my bank. Cancel these. We'll put doors through there. Come on. At least this way, some of the duplicates that are idle inside the colony that don't have exosuits, this will give them something to do also. Electrolyzer sits there. We're going to need atmo sensor and a wire. And I think I'm going to set up the electrical production up here, maybe. Try to keep the heat sort of trapped away from the colony. Convert all this over to insulated flooring. We'll throw... Where is it here? Hydrogen generator up here. Gonna give it 2 of its own batteries. Completely separate from the power grid. Connect this up all with gold wire. This is gonna need a wire bridge. This can go into here. And of course we're gonna need some flooring and stuff here, or ladders, whatever, because we can't get into this thing at all the way it's set up. Like so. Alright, so they can get to work on that while I'm busy doing other things. Yeah, I know they couldn't reach it while I was drawing it. It was okay. I was just setting up the whole layout first and then setting up access to it. Eventually got around to it. No more dupe gasps. Well, I was trying to... Honestly, I was really just trying to bridge as long as I could on the algae, but... without putting out the effort to do all that. This needs to be set for whatever junk is down here. Thimbleweed seeds, we've got dust caps, we've got all kinds of stuff. Let's set these for like... Let's set this for like everything except for... liquefiable stuff. We don't want, in the organic, we don't want rot piles or polluted dirt out here if we can avoid it. Let's save the eggshells too. The rest of this I think should just be all like clay and all that kind of junk. Copy those settings. Paste out of those. Hopefully they'll go clean that junk up now. I'm going to need another air scrubber over here. I mean, it's converting this nicely into oxygen. We've got 2,300 grams of it in here now. It's cleaning up nicely, but we have more stuff down here that's producing nasty gases, unfortunately. In here, I dug this out because I was going to put a storage container in here for slime. Oh, look at all the pacu fish in here now. We're going to have our whole fish tank going. That's sweet. This I wanted to be set for polluted dirt, or polluted water, rather. Actually, no, we do have a few tanks there. Okay, so we'll set this for polluted water. Party 6. What do we have this one set at? Party 6. Okay, good. So they should use the one that's close by instead of like going all the way over there. See how that goes. Tempered Gamer, make a small room of 4x4, put 2 wheeze warts and fill it with hydrogen and send your oxygen through it via radiant pipes. That works for cooling. Yeah, I had used before a room that didn't have hydrogen in it. I think I was using oxygen before. Whatever gas was in there. It might have even been CO2. It took 4 wheeze warts because I wasn't using hydrogen. But that would work well enough. I could even just dig out a space over here and probably do it. It's a little germy, but not too bad. Make use of this space here, I guess. Ban slime to the ranch compactors. It should be already, right? Organic. So no slime in those ones. They have all the same settings. Oh, over here you mean. I thought I had these set so they wouldn't have slime in them. Oh. Whoops. Eggshell, rot pile, polluted dirt. Okay, yeah, there we go. Copy settings. There we go. That's what we want. And then this one here I'm going to set for slime, so they'll store it under the water right there. Suffocating. Sibylline. Did you trap yourself? Let's open this door. Don't suffocate. No. Oh, okay, you need to get up right now. Open the door. There we go. Now you're fine. Sorry for the emergency. Who's suffocating now? Still Sibylline. You can climb down. Honestly. The ladder's right there. Just take the route out. It's pretty bad when they suffocate while they're building your oxygen room. Ruh-roh. Did your dupe die yet? No, Obtech, your duplicant's still alive. We still only had a single death. Parent, unfortunately, died off on us in the last stream. That's the only duplicate that's passed away. We've been fairly lucky that way, I guess. All right, let's switch that over to radiant piping. And then this is going to snake around in here. Actually, cancel that. I don't want it to go that low. None of this is planning out right. Hold on. Radiant piping, I want it to go this way. Like this. That's where I want it to go. And then we'll send this out the bottom here. It's just a normal gas piping, and we'll set it to feed in like down here. So I think between those 3 points, it should do all right. Obviously, the space in here we need to seal it in. We can't leave it open. Throw a little insulated stuff in here. This is going to need potted plants in it. Now we need to dig up Weezeworts. Oh, 2 map, please. Oh, they can breathe. We have 2 solid supplies of oxygen coming in. These are consistently pumping in 500 grams per second. Now, that's not really enough for 26 duplicates, but they won't suffocate. We'll be all right. Kind of weird request, but can you sing the Canadian anthem? Love your vids. Keep up the good work. Jenkins 12. $5 super chat. Can I sing the Canadian anthem? There's an odd request. I've been trying to avoid singing on stream because it doesn't, I don't know. It feels really weird when I'm singing without music. Plus, I don't want to wake up my family. Alright, I'll sing a little bit of it. And hopefully I can remember all the words. It's been a long time. That's right. I'm the bad patriot. Takes out camera and hits record. Spiffy! It's not supposed to work that way. We love the musical cryptic. Oh my gosh. Alright, I don't make any promises, but... Sorry for anyone who's on the stream right now, out of the 380 of you who actually don't want to hear me sing, but people are paying for it. Look, people are leaving already. Oh, come on. Oh, the dilemma in his brain right now. Hits mute. Yeah, there you go, FaZe. Thank you. Oh, God. It's so awkward when I have to sing on there. All right, hold on. I've been promised a chocolate chip cookie by Spiffy Pictures. If you get rapper saying we both get benefit from this, I'll have these with the cookie. You can pump your CO2 in outer space. I could, but I'm using it to grow mushrooms down here. So for right now, I'm just like periodically scrubbing it to keep it down low. Can't be that bad. And you know what, Roy? It's not that it's that bad. It's just really awkward when I'm singing without music into a microphone. But whatever. You need a spontaneous song reference, so you just start singing anyway. Yeah, fair enough. That's true. Okay, hold on. Let me find if I can find some music here. I'm not singing the whole thing though. My wife's gonna be messaging me like any minute going, "What are you doing?" that's a horrible version of the song. Oh, Canada, our home and native land. Oh, my voice is so off tonight. True patriot love in all thy... I can't sing this song. Forget it. My voice is totally off right now. Plus, I feel like that's a low octave. All right, so those of you who haven't left, welcome to the stream. That was not by choice, by the way. Somebody paid for that. And I totally lost my stream overlay because I closed the window. Go me. There it is. Now hits mute. That's right, Face. I can't sing when I can't hear myself very well. Anyway, whatever. Oh, come on. Minus 357 views. That's right, Aurora. 12 out of 10 best stream. Oh my gosh. I don't know. For me, I find it has to be a little bit more spontaneous. If I just pick something like that and try to sing it, it just doesn't work for me. But why is nobody emptying this? Probably because none of the suits are working. Deliver suits is no O2 because this is not running. It's barely breathable. We have no gas in there. These aren't running because we don't have any slime to put in them. Give me all the slimes. No, when he sung, I hit unmute. When he no sing, mute, 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 mute. Thanks, Christopher. That was great. No, that was not great. Really, the first time ever seeing the stream. That was amazing. Oh my gosh. You guys are brutal. I could tell I was off key. The funny thing, like, the thing is, I used to sing karaoke all the time, but it's just different when you're like, on a microphone at a place where people are expecting you to sing. Stream's not really so much. All right, this is supposed to be set up for slime, and I forgot to set it. There we go. Robert Ridman, $5 super chat. Thanks for all your vids, mate. Keep it up. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate the super chat. Thank you, as always, for the support. The lumberjack is more suitable. Yeah, because I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleep all night and I work all day. We have oxygen problems now. This is going to actually impair our food supply. If this algae production doesn't keep up consistently enough, we're losing enough pressure that our plants aren't growing, and that's kind of needed for our food supply right now. Ooh, even down here, our CO2 is at so low pressure. How did that happen? Oh, it's expanded too much. I get it. I get it. I think we let some of the CO2 pressure out going in and out of this door, too. This really needs to be a different door. Or we should power this thing. Let's get this thing some power. Not as good as Celine Dion, but still better than anything Chad Kroger could belt out. Oh, Chad. Good old Nickelback. Using the slime both for algae and for mushrooms. You're gonna starve to death. Well, no, what are you gonna do? I mean, down here the issue isn't fertilizer. We have 21.8 tons of slime dug up across different points on the map. So we have a bunch of it over here. We have a bunch over here. I don't think we have to worry too much about the slime. There's still a lot of that around. Open the door to the top left of the O2 room. The pump won't move anyway. Wait, which? You talking about up here? This hasn't even turned on yet. I'm not feeding it water or anything. We don't have any I need to get some some more Wheezeworts over here. What are the easiest ones to get? Probably these ones, I guess. We get 2 here anyway. Then we'll need a ladder over here. So we can get this one. And this needs to be up priority to 6. The trouble is they won't go out here because they don't have suits. So I'm going to need to turn the suits off for now. Okay, I'm going to go a little crazy. We're going to turn the suits off. We're going to let them go do their work. Save a building. Oh, we can set the clearance maybe for the specific suits. They're a part of the dock. Vacancy, always vacancy. Oh, alright, never mind. Clearance, vacancy only. Suited duplicates may only pass if there's a room in the exosuit to store their suit. Alright, that makes sense. Actually, we'll set that for vacancy. That makes way more sense than them just dumping it on the ground. There we go. Man, I don't know why I didn't have it set that way before. I thought it defaulted to that. Why not pump in some of the clean O2 from the ranch area? Well, this is cleaned, but it's probably still very germy. Yeah. It's chock full of slime lung germs right now. They're dying in the clean air. You can see the number. Well, it's going up at the moment, but the number will go down once we can get rid of the stuff that's down here. So you can see in the middle part, the germs are where we have the clean oxygen. The germs are a little lower. They're like 9,000, 8,000, and then up here they're at 23,000 in the polluted oxygen. So as we clean this out, we're getting clean oxygen. It's just full of germs, and that will make everyone sick. So I can't pump that in yet. We need the germs to die. The working one on the left, the bright blue dot. And wait, what are you talking about over here? These doors aren't locked. They can go in there. Bloop. If I open that door, I don't know. I just feel like it loses pressure. I'm fine with the way that it is for now. The moment it's still cooling it a little bit. It comes out of here at 25 degrees, where it's going in at 48. So that's pretty significant cooling, even just for this little puddle that's here. I do need to still do something about that, though. Oh, so much work to try to get the ranch done, and then I didn't even get there. I'm going to need to rename the stream. Into, like, excavating the slime biome or something. Gotta go. Got the stream, got my mood up. Bye, everyone. See you, Ashley. Thanks for coming out. Don't think they can go in? No, they should be able to go in. The door's not locked. Except for normal access. They can still breathe in other places, though, so they don't necessarily go to the place with the highest oxygen. They just go where they can get any air. Food, glorious food. 23,000 kilocalories is dropping quick. Food shortage, food shortage. The mushrooms are growing now again, at least. Things have got repressurized a little bit. This is producing oxygen, which is helping to compress again. Which has this up to a point where these are growing again, so that's okay. Lots of slime in here now. Yeah, they're cleaning all this over here now that they don't have to wear the suits. The poor duplicants who were like the ones putting on the suits, they're like, forget it, man. We're like exosuit engineers. We are not cleaning up the floor. Send the other guys in. So they finally did it. How's the space project going? We haven't been up there in a while. Oh, that's a good point. Let's go take a look. Mostly because the suits were kind of in use. Yeah, they got up to here. They're so close. Like, there's space right there. I love that you can like see through the background. And this broken planet out here. I'm really looking forward to the story that they bring about. Like, are we on this asteroid because of that? Like, did we like detach from part of the planet and that's why we're in space? But we're close. We're near to getting up there. We're just not quite there. They kind of put all their effort down into this space down here. They got most of the stinky stuff cleaned up here too. So now that we're not producing too much polluted oxygen here, the germs should die significantly quicker. They have a ways to go. Yeah, the closer we get up to here with like the 20-some odd thousand and stuff, that's where it's getting yucky. Storage setup in the polluted water. This was meant to be slime. I was hoping they would store the slime that's out here in that space, but I think they're actually carrying it all the way over to the other side, which is just as well because we're making use of it over there anyway. There's a vacuum where the steam was up there. That's right. This is space you can see through there. So way up at the top here, this is vacuum because anywhere that there's not a back wall is open to space, and you can see it in the background. So that's all vacuum in here. And in here, this all turned to vacuum now too. It was steam before, but it's all gone out. There must be a gap up here somewhere that I can get out of. So much for being hot up here now. It's not hot anymore. Ooh, man, look at the temperature of the granite, though. Some of the stuff in here is crazy hot. But because it's got a vacuum around it, it's not melting anything anymore. Need gophers to get ingredients. Starvation incoming. Yeah, they're going to be really hungry. But nevertheless, we've hit the end of the 2-hour mark. It's now 11 p.m. Eastern time, my time. I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. We didn't get anywhere on the ranch, unfortunately. All we got through was like digging out the area intended to build the ranch in. So I apologize that we didn't really get into the ranch. I'm going to need to rename this video when it goes onto the channel because it's kind of a clickbait at the moment. But we did harvest out the area we're going to build the ranch in. We're in the middle of purifying the air in here. Once all the germs are gone, I can open this up to the larger colony, and that's when we can really get to work on the ranch. So probably next stream we'll be working on the ranch. We're going to finish setting up this oxygen room over here so we can solve for our oxygen problem. Try to get a consistent supply there without having to use algae in the middle of the colony. We'll continue digging our way up topside. And that's probably as far as we'll get next time because most of our time is going to go into building the ranch. Boiling hot magma. It's not even that. It's the surface. So when the sun shines on the surface up there where the vacuum is, it superheats everything. Less than 8,000 slime launcher is relatively safe. Yeah, I mean, it's relatively. I mean, we have duplicates out there running around in it right now, but you can see they're starting to get sick. So I'm going to need to shut down that access soon. But thanks everyone for coming out to the stream. I appreciate everyone for the super chats tonight, as well as those people who sponsored the channel this evening. Thank you very much. We'll be back again on Thursday night for some more Oxygen Not Included, and I promise we'll get into more of the ranch that time. And just kind of sucked up all our time building out the space for it tonight. Delta O2, that's right. So we'll do more of the ranch on Thursday night. I'm not sure exactly what I'll be streaming tomorrow night just yet. It's going to depend on how my back's doing after tonight, sitting in the chair this long. But thanks again, everyone, for coming out. I'm, as always, CrypticFox. I'll see all of you next time.